What's up, everybody? It's Egoleech. Yet again, Heroes of the Storm. Here we are, ready to enter the Nexus. I am turgid and throbbing with excitement to bring you Arthas, the Lich King. You hear the enthusiasm in my voice? Nah, to be honest, Arthas isn't a bad character. He's just not one that I have a ton of experience with. Back in the day, when I first started playing Heroes of the Storm, the Bruiser-style warriors really didn't appeal to me at all. But after playing a few demo games on my main account to warm up for this, I'm starting to like Arthas a little bit more. I'm starting to see the place that he has with the shifting meta where Bruiser-style warriors and multiple warrior comps are becoming more prevalent. Still not super enthusiastic about the idea of him as a solo warrior, but I definitely see where he fits into the meta now. And let's see if that little bit of extra comfort I got earlier today will lead to a win. See you in a bit.
Choose a talent. Heroes, prepare for combat.
Alrighty, guys. Based on the loading screen, it looks like I am the only person in this game that is talent gated. Yeah, there's like multiple like single rank Hero League guys on the enemy team. Okay, tank bot on top each, fair enough. Level 1, I'm going to take Eternal Hunger. That's just because we have Johanna on our team, which means she can take the main tanking position in this game, and I can go a little bit more damage heavy. The teams are myself as Arthas, Zagara, Sylvanas, Johanna, and Tychus versus Kael'thas, Arthas, Rexxar, the Butcher, and Abathur. So that Butcher-Abathur combo is definitely the thing we need to watch out for in this game. Tychus taking a very, very early death to an Arthas Butcher gank right there. Really the best thing he can do is just to kind of stay out of harm's way. Let's see if I can just get a Howling Blast off there, do a little bit of damage. I was going to see if the Friendly Scar was going to follow it up, but apparently not. And our Johanna is taking a death bot lane. Not exactly sure what's going on. This feels like kind of a punishment game because I've just done too well in the early parts of this account's HOTS career. So there's going to be a little bit of MMR correction going on, I think. So main thing, keep in mind when playing as Arthas is just to constantly use your trait on cooldown. Frostmourne Hungers is extremely powerful, and it's going to be one of your main sources of damage as Arthas. And being that I'm going to be really invested in doing damage rather than tanking this game, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cap the Shrine up. Can I save this guy? Well, if I hadn't... that was just a bad move on my part. I thought I was about to cap it, but I wasn't. Zagara, again, getting out of position, though. A lot of the team is getting out of position. Like, against this comp, we really can't afford to just be wandering around like this. Yes, I understand that you want to defend, but our options are kind of limited right here. Arthas is going to keep them off top. I'm not going to be able to do much against that Rexxar until the friendly Zagara gets back. Not able to hit that root, unfortunately. I throw my Hunger and just grab these orbs. Not sure why I'm being so diligent on that. I don't have Regen Master, which is what I would usually take at level 1. Level 4, I'm going to be taking Destruction just to add yet more damage to my trait. And I am also going to cap the top Shrine. With how much front-loaded damage Zagara offers as a character, should we be able to get a nice Howling Blast combo off onto someone, we should be able to take them out very quickly. Missing that Howling Blast there, but it's all good. We'll live. We have both Shrines capped, but obviously there's going to be a little bit of trouble there. I'm going to go mid, see if I can assist the friendly Tychus in getting something done here. But unfortunately, we are going to lose top, and I'm going to have to move back up there. We do manage to drive back the enemy Kael'thas, though. And it's looking like, ooh, Zagara, be careful, because that Arthas is coming in. We are going to be able to get the kill on the enemy Rexxar, which is a good job. And Johanna is coming up to assist here. See if, nope, he is not going to immediately back out, so I'm just going to roll in here, see what I can get done, throw out my Death Coil, but it's not going to really do any substantial damage. Typically, while playing Arthas, you don't really want to Death Coil anyone but yourself, unless you just absolutely know you're going to clinch a kill by doing it. Sylvanas taking a death bottom lane. It's currently 3-5. So, not great, but I'm going to hang out up here and just see if I can defend this shrine. Enemy Arthas is up here. He's not talent gated, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But if you're playing a damage-heavy Arthas, it's pretty easy to do your build, even with the talent gating. Level 7, I'm going to take Rune Tap. Arthas is a warrior that's more based on sustain than he is just inherent tankiness. So I'm going to get in here, I'm going to throw the Death Coil onto myself and pull back just a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not able to secure the kill on the enemy Arthas. But in lieu of getting ganked by the Butcher, oh no, the Butcher's bot lane. I'm going to run back here and hit the Sippy Cup. It's looking like this is going to be kind of a slow game. Typically, Shire is, it wouldn't surprise me if no one gets a knight until one of the teams picks up level 10. We have Arthas there, and we, oh, okay. Oh, this is fine. We can do this all day. Ooh! But unfortunately, I am in a prime gank position right here, so I just need to get back as much as I can. That Abathur is going to be throwing spikes at me, and I just need to get right out of there and back. I do manage to escape, but unfortunately Zagara is in kind of a tricky position right now. I don't know... Oh, we do manage to pick up a Dragon Knight center, which really surprises me. And the Abathur, not paying attention, is going to get caught in the mid lane. So, I'm going to head to mid just to see if I can assist with this push a little bit. Sylvanas is getting picked at bottom, but that's fine. We are 6-6 right now, and we're about to hit 10, a full level and a half before the enemy team. So we're in a pretty good spot. Level 10, going to be picking up Army of the Dead, which is going to be a great assistance to me in my quest for maximum sustain. And it looks like the Butcher is going to run on to me, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to throw out my Army of the Dead, and I'm just going to start sacrificing ghouls. Just sacrificing ghouls, but it's not going to be enough, and I am going to probably die here. Yes, I am. A little bit too deep. I really should have pulled out earlier. Army of the Dead is good when they're not all focusing you like that. It's great for a drawn-out sort of engagement, but it's definitely not good in a bursty, Kael'thas-led one like that. Looks like we might be able to get this kill on the enemy Kael'thas, but I wouldn't recommend that our team chase it too deep. It's just begging for trouble. But, oh, we do manage to pick that up. Will we be able to get the enemy Arthas? No, it's looking like Tychus is going to back off there. Probably a smart idea, because even if he had managed to get that kill, probably would have been ganked pretty quickly. Sylvana's going insanely deep again, and probably about to be punished for it. Yes, she is. Gonna go down here and see if I can offer any sort of peel for the friendly Johanna, but we're not, but we will be able to get a kill on the Rexar to make up the damage just a little bit. I'm gonna hang out here with a Tychus just to keep the Butcher from doing anything to him real quick. Zagara is back to top lane. So I'm going to indicate that I'm going up to her, and she's in a real tough spot now. She's about to get pinched by that enemy Arthas, and I don't think there's a whole lot I can do with the Kael'thas right there. Nope. Especially with that Abathur hat on Arthas, he's just going to be doing a lot of damage. Let me check the Abathur's builds real quick. Yeah, he's going a pretty standard PvP build with all the spike talents and stab talents. That's typically what I go when I play Abathur. So be sure to use my Frostmourne Hunger on cooldown, which I haven't been real diligent about so far. I'll be the first to admit. Let's see if I can just do some work on this. Can I kill him? No, unfortunately I can't. He's going to just barely get away. I'm actually going to keep my Frozen Tempest up just to kind of peel for myself. And, oh god, can I survive? No, I cannot. And I should have popped my Army of the Ghouls sooner than that. It probably would have helped me sustain. Really, that was just a stupid idea on my part. I knew that Sylvanas was going to get ganked, as she has been basically all game. 5 deaths compared to 2 or 3 for the rest of the team. So I should have just figured it would have gone like that and dealt with it, but unfortunately I decided to play the hero. It's just never a good idea when you don't have an escape. Sylvana's going to deal with that multiple siege push bot lane, so I'm not too concerned about that. We'll lose the ball, but hey, you gotta lose something occasionally. Tychus is going to come in and clean up that Kael'thas, but will he be able to get away from the Rexar? Let's find out. With him here, ooh, very risky on his part, but fortunately he's managed to zone him out with the laser well off that we're going to be alright. I'm going to pop in here, see if I can sit on that. No, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. But now we've got Tychus back, so yeah, we probably can right here. He's just going to, apparently, the enemy Rexar is just going to leave that bear there. And can I pick up a kill here? Oh, no! Unfortunately, I'm not able to. Ooh. Oh, boy. Abathur hat on that bear. That is going to do a lot of damage to me, unfortunately. So I'm just going to peel back here and grab a healing fountain. Using your Frozen Waste as I'm going to pick up Relentless here. I think it's going to be more useful than Spell Shield right here. And our team is just getting picked apart in bot lane right now, so it's very important that I cap this shrine and just hold on to it until the rest of the team is up and we're able to contest bot again. Don't want them picking up that Dragon Knight. Minions do manage to pick up the kill on the top fort, but it's looking like the Butcher is going to try to push in bot and do something there. We're still up in a structure, but we're definitely down in experience now. You see, this is another situation where our Zagara is just going too deep, and I can't really rescue her if she goes that deep. Both of our specialists have been doing that kind of time and time again, which is probably not the smart move in such a gank-heavy team like they have. They've got a lot of CC and a lot of burst damage available to them, but what they don't have is a tremendous amount of sustain. So I would say that the best thing to do is to capitalize off our ability to sustain and just kind of draw out these fights as much as we can. I'm going to go down. Oh, I managed to death coil the enemy Kael'thas just in time. Can I get him? Yes, I will. And I have just spawned my army of the ghouls, but I don't think it's going to be able to sustain me well enough to survive here. Especially when... no, it's not. I managed to keep them from getting the Dragon Knight, but unfortunately, I paid the iron price for it. But Tychus is going to dash up, pick up top shrine, and that means we will hold both, and it's currently a 3v3. Butcher just came back up, but it'll be a little bit before you can get back to the fight. As you can see, the enemy Arthas doing pretty well when assisted by that hat. Actually pretty useful. I mean, the whole impression for a lot of people is that you always want to be using your hat on these heavy auto attack heroes, but the reality is if you just throw an Abathur hat on any sort of frontline tough hero, like Johanna is a great contender. Not only is it going to increase that character's sustain, but it's also going to put them in a situation where you can just project damage as Abathur. Much more than you would be able to otherwise. We pick up the double kill on the enemy Rexar and Butcher, putting us right in line to be able to pick up the Dragon Knight if the enemy Kael'thas had not picked it up at the bottom. I'm going to be picking up Frostmourne Feeds at 16, which is going to be a real bump for my damage. As you can see, I'm right in the middle of the pack as far as damage goes. But now we're in a situation where we can do something pretty tough. Oh, but unfortunately, Abathur coming out with the ultimate evolution is going to be a little bit tricky, but fortunately it's Johanna, and even Johanna might not be able to handle this. I kind of body blocked our Johanna, and yet again I get caught out. I am really not used to playing characters without any sort of escape mechanism. When I play tanks, I play Johanna really extensively. I've got a level 15 Johanna, so I'm just a little bit too used to being able to just pop Iron Skin and walk out of almost anything. And yeah, our... Ooh, wow, but here comes the gank squad, and Sylvanas is going to take yet another needless death. So that's 8 deaths for our Sylvanas right now, but overall, we're actually not in a terrible position. We're taking a lot more deaths than the enemy team, but we're basically maintaining parity as far as levels go. And when we do team fight, I feel like our team fight ability is a little bit stronger than the enemy team, but they are going to pick up a Dragon Knight here. We managed to take out the Kael'thas, though, which is really good. Well, because I have not been laning. I have been trying to save lives and stuff the whole time. There's the Sylvanas defending me, which is nice of her. Johanna just getting too far out. And the Dragon Knight is going to... For some reason, that kick didn't go off. I don't know. That's kind of strange. We're going to lose that fort, which I fully expected. There's not a whole lot we can do. Just gonna walk in here, whack the Dragonite, kind of push him off. Dragonite's gonna rotate top, which is exactly what he should be doing. Maybe I should mount when I'm out of those flames. I'll run up here, start doing some work on the Dragonite. He's in a really kind of curious position to be trying to do that. He's gonna kick me back there. That's not gonna do a lot though. Just gonna mount right back up. Get in here. I'm gonna wait for Tychus to pop the dragon. Oh, no, I'm not. And let's see if we can just. There we go. We do it. Ah, boy. Oh, Sylvanas. Oh, Sylvanas. You know, I appreciate her dedication to the cause, but I'm not sure her methodology is really the best. So actually that is an interesting point. I have barely been laning at all, mostly because I've been in lane with Zagara. So I've been trying to run interference for her a lot, more than trying to really do siege damage myself. As you can see, I've been treating Arthas basically as just a howling blast machine so far. Which is, you know, I mean, that's going to be one of your main roles. As Arthas, your CC options for a tank are going to be pretty limited. You've got Howling Blast, and you've got Frozen Waste, but that's going to be kind of a slow methodology of CC. They've got 20, and it looks like... Oh, hello, Arthas. Unfortunately, there's people trying to kill me. And I'm just going to pop my Army of the Dead. Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ. Picked up by the Rexar. Not paying attention to the minimap there. I'm going to have to take upgraded Army of the Dead. Typically, I would take Hardened Shield, but, man, you know, I got what I got.
Who will control the Dragon Knight's power?
Yeah. It looks like our team's getting a little bit salty between Sylvanas and Tychus, which is, you know, whatever. Okay. So, what am I doing wrong here? I do need to be sticking with the team more. This is way too late in the game for me to try to, like, go to lane, so to speak. I need my team fight presence, and I need to be sticking with them. Anytime you die in this game, especially when you got a longer death timer than this, and try to analyze what you did wrong and what you can correct with your play as a result. We're trading the Sylvanas for the Butcher yet again, which is something that seems to be happening a whole lot. We do manage to pick up the Rexar as well as the clone of the Butcher. So, you know what? I'm going to start sticking with the team. I am going to hang out with Johanna, who has died about as much as me. But since she's our main tank, what I'm there to do is provide additional CC and damage whenever I'm able to. So let's roll up here, hang out with the team. We've got 2 of the enemy team down. So actually, I'm going to do exactly what I said I wasn't going to, and I'm going to stick middle so that I can hopefully pick up this Dragon Knight. And it looks like the enemy Arthas... Nope, the enemy Arthas is going to be able to pick up the bottom shrine, so I'm going to roll down there with Tychus. See what kind of work I can get done. Arthas versus Arthas action. Looks like somebody's going to try to pick it up. Ooh, oh no. Oh, I mistimed that so badly. So badly. Tried to get a cool little Howling Blast off on top of the... Nope. Are we going to be able to get a kill here? No, we're not. And I'm just going to die anyway. Man, trying to... I did not even realize that the enemy Arthas had popped Army of Ghouls there. As you can see, I am not a super experienced Arthas player, but again, you know, trying to save people, but I'm just not that kind of character. I feel like my ability to peel while playing as Arthas is really limited compared to when I'm playing as Johanna or another tank. So this is just a play style that I kind of have to get acquainted with. It's not something I'm used to. So 3 of us down. This is probably going to be another dragon. And there's Sylvanas just going toe to fucking toe with the Butcher again. I don't know why she keeps doing it, but apparently she insists on it. The laser is going to be able to take out the Kael'thas, but it's probably going to cost us. Yeah, it's going to cost us our Tychus, so that's a 1-for-1, whatever. So enemy team's probably going to pick up the Dragon Knight here. Well, I'm the second lowest deaths on the team, so I guess I'm doing something right for being talent-gated. My damage is still... Actually, I'm the lowest right now, which means that I need to really correct my play. Because if I'm not taking the most damage, I'm not doing the most hero, I'm not doing the most siege, then clearly I need to think about what I'm doing. I am not going to walk in there. Getting a little bit of lag here for some reason. I throw out the Howling Blast there and just use my Frostmourne Hungers to do some damage to that Dragon Knight. And there's the kick on me. It's not going to really go anywhere simply because it's... oh, there's the Maw on the enemy Arthas, which means we'll be able to pick this kill up pretty easily. Yes, we will. So now it's time to roll back and go to bot lane where Rexxar and soon to be the Dragon are picking up. Oh, I am just getting frame stutters like a motherfucker now. I'm not exactly sure why. So Howling Blast onto him. Throw out my Frozen Waste, or my Frozen Tempest, excuse me. I always forget what the untalented name is. Johanna's eating a little bit of damage, so I'm just going to come out here, Tempest this Dragon Knight again, and see if we can get a kill here before the enemy Johanna, or friendly Johanna, ends up dying. It looks like he picked up Slaughterhouse, because that seemed like a really long plan to the slaughter right there. But we do manage to pick up a double kill on Rexxar and the Butcher, so I guess we're doing alright. Barely managed to out-sustain that. I think that my build would be alright for sustain if I wasn't facing such a just ridiculously burst-heavy comp like we are in this game. Just the Butcher Abathur combo, as I said at the beginning of the game, is just absolutely crucial to their playstyle. And the Kael'thas definitely isn't helping either. He's doing the most damage on their team, but the Butcher is in a close second. He's doing a lot of pinpoint damage that can really screw us up if we're not paying attention. We got 2 down, only Johanna's down, which means we still have an off tank in the form of me. It's alright. Keep my Frostmourne Hungers on cooldown, and it looks like we are going to rotate mid and just kind of push these lanes back a little bit. Still not in a terrible spot. This is still a very winnable game. Kind of a slow game. No keeps down at the 20-minute mark, which is kind of surprising. And it's looking like Rexxar is just on merc duty for them, basically. Ooh, but it looks like someone down here. I wonder who it could be. I go in here, clean up these mercenaries real quick. No problem. They're not going to do anything to us. But there goes Kael'thas and Arthas on our friendly Zagara, and she is going to take a needless death. Their comp is just so powerful when it comes to ganking that ever going off alone really is just kind of suicide. So we fundamentally can't do it as a team. We need to stick together, or we're just going to get picked apart over and over again. So Sylvanas going to run off on her own, do her own thing, perfectly fine. And let's throw my army of the dead because this is going to be a full team fight. Can we get the kill on this fucking Butcher? No, we can't. And I don't know why we thought we could. We managed to get the kill. You know, if Sylvanas was there, we probably could have taken that, but she decided to take mid-fort instead. Which is a thing you could do, I suppose. Yeah, we as a team we do not have the burst damage to take down that Butcher, and we really need to stop trying it. And I'm guilty of it too. I'll be the first to admit that my play this game has not been great. So what am I thinking of here? What do we need to do? Well, this is gonna hurt. This is almost certainly gonna be a keep. Well, there's a Wailing Arrow that didn't do a whole lot there. So just please don't die. Oh, thank God. The enemy team's Dragon Knight kick doing a lot to help us there, saving our Sylvanas' life. There goes our keep. And Zagara is just in a terrible, terrible fucking place. She does manage to just narrowly get away, but that's not where you want to be, kid. Not where you want to be at all. And there goes bottom keep as well. Just gonna whack this Dragon Knight as much as we can. Gonna throw one off onto the enemy Arthas, but there's that Kael'thas, and that's our key to exit. Unless we can get a pick on that Kael'thas, it is not an engagement that we want. I still have my ult ready, but against this burst damage, I feel like it's the sustain that it's providing isn't really enough to save my life. And yeah, as you can see, just the damage coming off that Arthas is just fucking ridiculous, so I just need to skedaddle. Oh, and the fact that Chain Bomb is affecting my ghouls really isn't fucking helping me either. Ugh. I'm getting a little bit salty here. Let's just take out this bear that's annoying me. Keep using the ghouls to regen a little bit. Sylvanas is chasing somebody. I don't really understand why. That's 2 keeps down. We're in a tough spot. As a team, we're in a tough spot. We're down a level. Not that it really makes a tremendous amount of difference here. But, again, you know, the more we split, we're in a bad position where we kind of have to do the same thing the enemy team is doing. We need to kind of, like, consistently gank. But, unfortunately, our team isn't as well suited to that as theirs. But in a team fight, we're going to get demolished by just the sheer amount of burst damage they have. So I guess the name of the game really needs to be kiting. Bait out those ults as much as we can. Try to get the picks when we can with multi-CC. Yeah, I don't know. This is a real tough comp. We don't have a lot of real hard CC. I mean, Johanna has her little mini stuns, but apart from my root, that's probably some of the hardest CC we have. We've got good sustained damage, but in this case, the enemy team is just so mobile. It's difficult to get the fights to sustain that long, frankly. So yeah, as I was saying, kiting really needs to be the name of the game for us. We have to let them come to us, and we have to use superior positioning to just kind of bait them in and crush them. I fully believe that if we could get a team wipe, the other team has not been really aggressive with pushing. So if we can get one solid team wipe, I'm pretty sure we can just go in, be aggressive, and win. And here's the Dragon Knight, because everyone decided to whack at the minions instead of capping their shrine. Oh, guys. And this is where they're probably going to go straight for core, and honestly, I don't know how much of an ability we have to defend from this. We gotta take these guys out. We don't have any options. That's a real good maw. I am, of course, going to inevitably just miss everything, and I've just got to walk in here and whack things as hard as I can. It's not going to keep me. It's not going to keep me alive for very long, unfortunately. Do we manage to take the Butcher? We're probably going to manage to take out that Arthas. Yes, we are. But we still got that Dragon Knight whacking on the core. We are going to be able to take out the Dragon Knight. There's the Arthas. We can take him out as well, but oh god, that Phoenix is just going to do work on our core. Is that going to be able to take out the whole thing? Actually, Johanna, oh, great move on her part, because the Phoenix is going to prioritize the hero over the structure, tanking those shots so our core didn't take any more damage than it absolutely had to. Yeah, guys, you know, don't say it's over till it's over, but I'm going to say this is probably going to be a GG for us. With the core that low and with a team like this, we do manage to take down 4 members of the enemy team. So if we can just... I don't even know what we could do. We would have to just conservatively push one lane really super hard, but I don't know how willing the team is to do that. But yeah, against a team like this, with the Butcher and Abathur's combined self-sustain ability and Arthas' just straight burst damage, this is the kind of game where we needed substantially harder CC to really get a win here. And there's... Oh, Sylvanas just going to abandon Zagara to her death. Well, that's sweet of you. I know she didn't have any other option, but I'm not feeling super, super charitable to our Sylvanas right now, considering what she's been doing for most of the game. I'll be the first to admit I've not been doing great either, but hey, what can you do? I was actually having a conversation with a friend playing a game earlier, where I was thinking that I've been saying that I'm having a lot of trouble in quick match, but not so much in Hero League, and I'm wondering why that might be. And I think what it comes down to is that I might not be playing aggressively enough. We do manage to secure the kill, on... Do we get the Arthas? Do we get the Arthas? That's the question here. Can I throw out a Howling Blast? No, I managed to catch the... No, this is just all bad. There's not a single piece of good right here. I'm going to be able to barely get away. Me and Johanna. But it's looking like Tychus is going to eat it. Yes, he is. That I might not be playing aggressively enough. I've noticed that during this game, I've been basically full on mana. I think I've been maybe too conservative with my spells. As you can see, I'm the second lowest in damage. I'm almost as low as the Johanna, which is just not a good look when you're playing Arthas. And can I time it properly? No, I can't. Oh, wait, I did. I actually did pull it off that time. Do I get the kill? I do get the kill on the enemy Arthas, but it's not going to make a difference because this is almost certainly going to be GG for us. Or not, somehow we managed to rebuff that push with our core at 10%. God, it's an incredibly long game. 30 minutes. But yeah, as I was saying, I think as a player... but these... there we go. That's GG. Hard fought, but unfortunately, that was really a team comp issue right there, I think. As well as my own flawed play. I'll definitely admit to that. So, let's take a look at the stats and let's see what we can learn. Alrighty. Oh, a bunch of gold. So, let's take a look. I'm right in the middle of the pack as far as deaths go. I tanked almost 100,000 damage. Johanna tanked more, which is basically to be expected. Hero damage, second lowest after Johanna, which actually, as far as this team goes, makes sense. Siege damage barely did any, but the reality is Arthas has dick for wave clear unless you're just going to be spamming Frozen Tempest in lane the entire game, and that's really not something that I want to do. Enemy team. Arthas and the Butcher, both with a substantial number of deaths, but the reality is they were putting out the damage to make up for those deaths. Our Sylvanas with 12 deaths, as well as our Zagara, I don't know, were they queued together? No, no one was queued together. Anyone on the enemy team? Nope. Our Sylvanas was taking a lot of deaths and was really trying to push. As you can see, her siege damage as well as Zagara's was super, super high, over 200,000 for each. But the issue is whether it's significant siege damage. There was a lot of lane clearing going on. They were kind of trying to push structures, but that wasn't a good idea with such a gank-heavy team. I mean, look, like, count up the CC here. We've got stuns from the Butcher. We've got slows and stuns from Rexar. We've got roots from Arthas. And we've got stuns from Arthas, plus, optionally, slows from the Abathur on Spike Burst. On the other hand, we've got Maw, a root, and some mini stuns from Johanna. So obviously their team's ability to chain together CC as well as just to gank super hard with burst damage and pin someone there with just the chain CC is what led to us getting killed there. Now, from our team comp, what's the response there? Probably a combination of, as I was saying before, kiting and trying to maintain fights in our territory, fighting under our towers a whole lot more than we were. Deathballing much earlier in the game, splitting off just wasn't an option. Or the other option was super hard concerted split pushing from Zagara and Sylvanas, but even that's risky. Shire is not a map because of its shape that's conducive to split pushing. It's just too easy to rotate from keep to keep. You're not going to be able to pick one off super clean. Overall, not a great game on my part. As I said, Arthas is not a character that I'm incredibly comfortable with, though I'm enjoying him more these days. But hey, that's how it goes in Heroes of the Storm sometimes. Just stay positive. Keep playing, keep learning from your mistakes. As I said, whenever you die, remember that death was avoidable. Analyze what you can do better. Don't get caught up blaming your teammates. Don't get caught up just feeling negative about the game. Concentrate on what you personally can do better, and you're always going to improve as a player. Well, that's it for this installation of Road to the Storm. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time in the Nexus. Bye-bye.